What is he doing? What do we think he's doing? I was wondering what was going on in your car. I was filming you from inside here.
Yeah.
And it would look just as confused as you do now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Here it is.
So you know it's getting serious when you gotta adjust the hat.
Gosh darn it.
Right now he's flexing his mind muscle.
Arm day, very exciting. Also, I posted a sample menu. I've been eating very well. It's up right now. Check it out. I'm eating protein, carbs, minimal fat. I feel fantastic. I think we're gonna go t-shirt today. It's arm day. This is glam muscles. You get those arms, you're gonna just feel goddamn amazing.
You're going t-shirt today.
Once we get warm.
A couple of weeks you'll be tank top.
I'll be ready to, yeah, there's still fat, but I feel amazing. I'm eating a lot, and it's making me train harder and heavier. Let's go, let's train. Tired today.
Are you up late?
I did sets. I'm trying to get on a late night show. I'm trying to do a spot. I was thinking maybe the Tonight Show, and then I watched my spot and I was like, they will not be interested in this at all. So I'm gonna try and do stand-up on Gutfeld's show on Fox. And I feel like I have some really good jokes, but I need to cut a couple of jokes. So I did a tape last night, and then I need to cut 2 of the jokes. One of them is very gay. I don't think that they would like that over at Fox News. And then I forget which other one, but I for sure got to cut something. Let's go upstairs and we'll warm up. Come on. It's busy. We're shooting this pre-Christmas, so everybody's in here trying to get their workout on so that they can pig out for Christmas. It doesn't work that way.
That's what you do. When you eat a lot, you just go heavy.
Yeah, sure. Biceps, triceps, brachialis, this little thing here. It's kind of part of the forearm, but it goes up to here. Triceps are called triceps because there's 3 heads. Biceps are biceps because there's 2. Now most people think, do biceps, you're gonna get bigger arms. Triceps are more of your arms. So we're gonna train triceps first.
Doesn't the arm look sad if it's just all bicep?
Yeah.
And the back's just flat?
You need, triceps have to look like horseshoes. We want to get blood flowing. And when you get older, your elbows will really hurt. And when I'm rushing, and you can do this, you do supersets of biceps and triceps, you can be out of the gym in 40 minutes. If you have enough time, treat yourself. Get blood going. This machine isn't even that good. It's not even that good of it. Look, you gotta look up over it.
It looks awkward.
Yeah. It's not that great. But it's a good little warm-up exercise. Kind of gets the elbows loose.
Put your face, look up. Perfect. Now put your tongue out. And now point it towards one of the handles and the other one.
It's like arms is so near the end of the week that you feel like you can phone it in, you can't. And I'm fighting off getting sick. My Gino Bisconti, who I do a show with, he's like a total COVID denier. He believes COVID's real, but he's just like, it's so overblown. So he got so sick this week, he couldn't come into work. And then he wanted to come into work because he's an asshole, so he doesn't care about getting anybody else sick. So we told him not to, but we were already exposed to him like earlier in the week. So I feel like I'm fighting something right now. The beauty about coming in here is you can sweat this shit out.
I don't know if you know who would agree with that.
Fauci?
Yeah.
I remember like when gyms were illegal, when everybody was worried about COVID, there was a gym in Belmar, New Jersey that stayed open, and they were fighting all these fines. And they're like, we have not had one case of COVID because everybody was working out and just getting in amazing shape. It's weird that they want you to not be able to fight this stuff off yourself and just have to do drugs. I read today that they have a pill now, and they're like, it's barely effective, but it still helps.
Well, that's the problem with being in shape, right? Is that you have to actually do it.
Yeah.
You can't just get a pill or a shake or whatever and be ripped.
And it's amazing, like Rogan will preach like, stay in shape, get your immune system. People are like, you're a snake oil salesman. Just stay healthy. You're still gonna get sick.
Yeah.
I still get sick.
That's the thing with anything, right? Like, the people that are healthy aren't getting that fucked up.
Yeah.
Weird how that works.
Good squeeze. These triceps have to start to look like horseshoes. All right, we got blood flowing. Let's go downstairs. Let's blast some triceps. Here we go. So many fun exercises to do. Dips. Want to fight the need to get your chest involved in these and really just squeeze the tris. We get to do legs next week. That's not going to be pretty. You start to get excited when you start getting a pump, and then you go, oh, we can take our hoodie off soon. Pretty exciting feeling.
Because I'm doing a for Bawdybuilder. Come on.
Oh, feeling it. Bobby's a Patreon member on the Bawdybuilder.
Yep. It's getting ripped. How many pounds are you doing here? And do you ever do regular dips?
110. Yeah, I do regular dips.
Like you said, it does kind of incorporate chest a little more. In the fronts of your shoulders.
Trying not to.
No, I'm saying on regular dips.
A little bit. I mean, this is all, the more you can see the muscles you're working, the better. So right there, I know I'm down at ones, I go up, that's it. They're getting pumped, so we can go heavier.
Is there any reason you start with tris, or?
Yeah, I told you, were you not listening?
Well,
They're more of the arm.
yeah, I know, but I didn't know why you did it first.
You want to do the bigger muscle group first.
Before you're tired.
You're not really going to get tired, but it's just you
Well,
get to put more focus on them.
Right.
Your arms are going to be bigger if 3/5 are more swollen than the 2/5. And biceps are they're not easy, but they're not as hard as triceps to hit well. A lot of people have good biceps, bad triceps. It's like forgetting about hamstrings when you're doing legs. Here we go, heavier. Oh, that's heavier.
Or sometimes you see people with a good chest and their backs are just flat.
See, my form was off. I had to slide back, and now it's working. The other day I was wiping my butt. Felt sore in there, I don't know why. Let's go. Push downs, the mainstay of triceps.
You going rope or bar?
Do rope first. There's so many different ways you can hit your tris with push downs. There's literally like 4 different exercises you can do. So ropes, they give you a bit more of an extent. When you're doing bar, you go down to here. Ropes let you push it out like that. More of a flex at the bottom. Really helps like the tips of the triceps come out.
And you try to like turn your wrists out at the bottom.
Look.
Yeah. That's where you get the extra little bit of.
You got it.
And that's when it like pinches in the back.
I've been watching The Sopranos. You ever seen it?
Yeah, of course. I'm an Italian kid from New Jersey.
And you're like, this can't be that real. And then the other day, I was at this cigar place to go get cigars, and this guy's on the phone. He's like, of course we'll put those aside for him. He's a capo. We're going to leave whatever he wants here. And I was like, oh, this is very real.
Oh, yeah.
North Jersey, the way to go.
Yeah, you run into those dudes sometimes, places, and you're like, ah. You immediately, without knowing, you know.
Yeah, and they're not all big fancy Dapper Don suit guys.
No,
a lot of
but it's
real
the way
working class guys, sneakers, lumberjacks.
Those are the guys that break people's knees.
Yeah, and you never hear anything about it in the news.
No.
They deal with it very well.
It's like everything else. They got people everywhere.
Yeah, they keep it pretty hidden.
Yeah.
You don't hear about people disappearing. They just disappear. Still happens probably.
I'm sure.
Which is amazing. Pretty hard to do that nowadays.
So there's a road up by us called Shades of Death Road.
Yeah.
And they called it that because apparently the mafia guys used to kill people and take them up there and dump them back when there was like nothing on the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Heavier.
I never dumped any bodies there. It's not my preferred spot.
Good. Feels good, see? Heavier. I'm starting to get muscly again. Like now I'm starting, before bed, I'll kind of do a few poses and start to bring everything out. You start to see how posing really accentuates everything. The separation's the first thing you start to see. When you're building muscle, the upper chest starts to pop again, the definition starts to come back, and we're not even on a cutting diet yet. It's amazing. More. That feels heavy. I'm looking in the mirror now, like I'll have days where I had like mega cheat days this weekend. Jersey Mike's, whole bunch of, I had pizza, some chocolate, and then by Monday, everything looked full, except my belly was literally out to here, like just so swollen. So as soon as I kick back on the diet, it's just like all those cheat days, they just fill everything up. It's really amazing. Feeling heavier. Getting it. Around the 10 or 15 minute mark, remember how shitty I felt coming in? Then you're like, oh, I'm starting to feel good. The brain fog starts to lift off. I went to Texas, and you know what Delta 8 is? It's like this new legal weed.
Yeah.
So you get there and they're like, Delta 8 is illegal in Texas. So I was all worried to get it. And then I Googled it and they're like, Delta 8 legal for a few more days because they are messing up the law. So I went to a store and bought some. And then you smoke it. And it's weird. Because
It's light weed.
There's no THC in it, like barely any. It's mostly CBD, but there's something about the way.
It's weed light.
Yeah.
Well, there's still other things besides THC that affect it, like cannabinoids and
What are the cannabinoids? Cannabinoids?
Cannabinoids, cannabinoids, terpenes.
What are those? What are terpenes?
That's like what gives it the taste and flavor profiles and stuff like that.
We're starting to get pumped.
CBG.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep these ropes here. When you change things, you can put them back, but if you're gonna use them, you can do that.
What is going on down there?
Down where? There's a lot of stuff down
I
there.
see that.
Or a straight bar. Bet you never been in one of those, huh? Totally different feeling than what those ropes just did. Like I can feel this just fattening up my triceps.
Yeah, I feel like the rope is more like definition.
Yeah.
And this is more just heavier weight. A little bulking. Uh-oh.
What?
Turn the hat around.
Backwards hat. Remember backwards hats when you were young?
Well, do you remember when Sylvester Stallone turned his hat around in
No.
that truck movie?
Oh, Over the Top?
Over the
No.
Top.
Over the
Yes.
Top was not a truck movie.
Yeah,
it was
well, he's an arm wrestler, but
arm
he drove
wrestling
trucks.
movie. Yeah.
Remember, in his truck, he had that arm workout thing. While
Yeah.
he drove. And then his whole thing was when he turned his hat around, it was like a switch.
And then what happened? That meant
It
he
was-
was
it was
getting
like a
serious?
switch.
Yeah. Oh, so you're like this. You're like,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Come on, chicken shit.
Raise your elbows. Off you two. Come on.
What I do is I just try to take my hat and I turn it around, and it's like a switch that goes on. And when the switch goes on, I feel like another person. I feel like a truck, like a machine.
Backwards hat. When I used to have hair, you'd love the backwards hat. Hair would puff out the front.
Now it just accentuates our foreheads.
Yeah.
And you're keeping your arms nice and close to your sides.
Yeah, look, you don't want to. It's wrong. Locked in. It's burning.
All tricep.
Gonna go heavier. Do you see the difference already in a couple weeks?
Well, you look much more slim,
Really?
I think.
But I don't think it's
You think
because
you-
this is
you
getting bigger.
puffed it up?
It's really a sport of illusion. Because
Yeah,
the
you look
shoulders
more
kinda-
of like a-
yeah.
the V.
There's like a V shape starting. Heavy? Not at all. Get that. Let's try that. What are we doing?
Oh, the whole stack already.
Let's try it. So when you're gonna go heavier than you have been, we take a minute,
prepare.
just focus, rest from that last set. Sit down for a sec. When you're like just going through the workout, it feels good. But then when you get to try something like this, where you're like, okay, let's do the whole rack and see how it bangs. It's a really fun minute. That kind of helps the blood flow. We're gonna do the next arm workout we're gonna do this superset one, where we go just sets of 5 to 7, really heavy. And our arms by the end of it are gonna just be hanging like dead hams. Like they're just like, they get so inflated when you superset because it's such a small area. To get the blood flowing in all 5 of those heads at the same time is bananas. All right, how many
So you're
can
gonna
we do?
leave the mic on the stand that night?
No. That's 8. Feels good. Feels good. Heavy. Just feels so good. To be polite and like do the whole stack and then just go very quietly, put your thing back. You see a lot of fucking people that yell and fucking groan, usually with man buns, and then they just slam shit all around, and then they risk breaking equipment. And it's like, yo bro, we're all here to make gains. Why are you breaking the equipment? We're not gonna go the rack with that. This is over the head. You're not gonna be able to go as heavy as you did with those straight push downs. Feels good. You have to do this. I cannot tell you how different I feel coming 5 days a week, focused with a goal, and feeding my body now, because before, if you're not eating right, you're just doing damage control. You're just in the gym like, oh, I had a bagel and cream cheese, I gotta burn that off. Instead now, you have so much good food in your body with 6 meals a day. If you're not doing 6, do 5. If you're not doing 5, do 4. Everything feels like you're growing, you're expanding, you're doing something good, you're making something. Getting heavier. Yeah, totally different look in 2 weeks. Your body can change so fucking quickly when you're eating. It's literally 99%.
But you're being very consistent.
Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah.
It's like over time, that's where the change comes.
Yeah.
Because some people don't see the results and they're like, I gotta change. It's a game of longevity and consistency and challenging yourself. Oh, that's heavier. See the moment where I tried to get the first one and I almost didn't get it? And then you're like, oh, I could just drop it and go lighter. Mm-hmm. But instead your mind just goes, no, make it work. Comes with consistency. You don't quit. Let's do close grip bench press. There's so many different workouts we're gonna do throughout this. None of the workouts are gonna be the same, which is an amazing thing. That jazzy quality that working out starts to get, where you just, every workout's different. You learn to go by feel. So this is flat close grip bench. We are not gonna hit the chest. If you're out here, you're hitting chest. We're gonna go in here, very isolated motion. And this is light for this. This is like a brand new bar, it feels like.
So it's all like sharp yet?
Yeah.
And once again, elbows in.
Yeah. These are the compound exercises that really start to add mass. The other ones are mostly shaping. When we go like heavy on push downs, we're building mass with those. But these things, these are like more, people will avoid like these compound motions or these heavier motions because they think they're gonna get injured. If you can do a weight where you're still sticking to form and not hurting yourself, that's how you grow like crazy. Let's go heavier. I see like some beasts come in and do like close grip. They're like 225. I've seen people do it with like 315 and they're just monsters.
But like you said, one of the most important things, every once in a while it's okay to go real heavy, but most importantly you gotta keep your form with everything and control the weight.
All the time. Once in a while you get sloppy. Hey, how are you? I'm Aaron Berg, and this is the Bawdybuilder. I think it's week 3 or 4, and changes are already happening. Oh God, I feel good. Veins are coming back. I'm growing. I feel it. I start to feel like a bodybuilder again. A little bit. How many sets do we do for triceps? Warm-ups upstairs, 3. Dips, 7. Push down, overhead, push down. These. Got a little pump.
Dropping down, getting another in.
I feel good. This would be like such a way better story if they're like, hey, what are you shooting? And you're like, I was injured in a drive-by shooting and now I'm just coming back to working out. It's crazy. I lost all control of my spine and my legs, but I'm back. People will be like, oh, he's so brave. Instead, they're just like, what a douche.
He's just old.
Yeah. All right.
So like, give it up, old guy.
And that's an amazing thing to fight against, by the way.
Being old or being a douche.
Old people get in so much better shape now because they know what they're doing.
I've always said, well, not always, but for a long time, as you get older, you either get better and figure out what to do or worse.
Yeah, like
you either continue to do the wrong things or you figure out what you should be doing.
You get old, you can just give up. Okay, let's go to the barbell rack. So it should be the funnest muscle group to train, biceps. Triceps felt good. Haven't even trained biceps, but they still look pumped somehow because the triceps are pushing them up. You know what I've been eating a lot of? Sugar cereal. And it's just like carbs and sugar, but it somehow just fills me up. So we gotta hit these from as many angles as possible. Arms are pretty much already warmed up. See the difference, Clint? As opposed to?
Yes.
Want to keep the head straight ahead. If you're looking at one bicep, for some reason it just gets bigger than the other one. Straight bars, easy curl bars. You can use both, you can use one. Straight, for some reason, hits the bicep better. But I still like to mix it up, hit it from as many different angles as possible.
Just because your palms are turned up more?
Yeah, you're pretty smart.
Would you believe I have a problem with that because my wrist doesn't turn that way? It's a reoccurring theme in my life.
Your wrist doesn't turn?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah, you seem more excited about it now that you're not in pain.
Yeah. Last week I did hamstrings and I did stiff leg deadlifts, which I hadn't done for a while. And still, like, on Tuesday they were sore, but it wasn't like a couple weeks ago where I couldn't walk.
Have you heard of Nordic curls?
What are those?
Basically where you have like something on your heels and you're laying down and pulling yourself up with your hamstrings.
No, we can try them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Getting some veinage already.
It's a calcium deposit. Everyone thinks it's some weird type of cancer growth or something.
Sure, that's what they all say.
Yeah. People think it's from roids. That's one of the most interesting things. When you start getting shape, everyone just calls you like a roid head.
Yeah.
No research, nothing, but it's just like, just part of being attacked where people will be like, I do roids. I had this guy online that wanted to fight me this week. So he reached out. He saw me on this podcast where I talked about like when I was 12, I had to learn how to fight because I was Jewish. And I was promoting the Bawdybuilder on a show in Dallas. And the guy reached out, he's like, bodybuild? Question, that's the header. And he's like, you say you can fight. I will fight you. I want to fight you anywhere, anytime. Guy turns out to be a full-on maniac. He's a bus driver, got beat up for being a bus driver.
Oh my God.
And now he's just like got this wonky eye. Clearly looks like he spent time in prison, but for like a driving charge or something, because he tells this story. So he's like, he reaches out to me, he's like, I will fuck up your day for a year, which is straight up jail talk. It means you fuck up someone's day to do a year inside. That's what it means. So I go, at first I'm kind of like, should I ignore this guy? And then I just start going after him. And I go, you got fired from your bus driver job, you got beat up by kids. And he's like, I will fight you anywhere, anyhow, for money. I will put ice skates on and fight you. So clearly this guy's just a mental patient.
Or he watched the last workout.
Oh yeah, could be. Because I kicked him with a skate. And then, so then I just finally reached out to him. I go, look buddy, I'm gonna make a mess of you. So if you really wanna do this, you can. And then luckily, some fans started reaching out to him, being like, you're a pussy. So now this guy's getting crazy, but he lives in Canada. So our hope is A, he can't get across the border. B, if he lives in Canada, he probably doesn't have access to a gun. C, worst comes to worst, I'll make a mess of him. We did 70. That's 100. That probably looks heavy, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't go for that, would you?
I don't think I could.
So that's 4, but that's not enough to grow. That felt good. Can you curl 100 pounds with your busted up wrist?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
But by the way, just because you're in shape physically or look good doesn't mean that you can fight. There's a lot of bodybuilders that get their asses kicked.
Yeah,
it happens
for
a
sure.
lot. Especially when you have no flexibility.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
like, walking at him like, I almost said George Floyd. It's not George Floyd, the boxer. Who was the George guy? Big fat guy. Foreman.
Yeah. George
Remember
Foreman.
Muhammad Ali used to make fun of him? He'd be like, George coming at me like a mummy. You're walking at me, a big mummy. That 100 felt really good.
Yeah, Mark Lobliner is a like an outlier as far as being ripped and being athletic
bodybuilder
at
and
the same
boxing.
time.
He looks at bodybuilding like it's a pussy sport because he likes getting punched in the face. I've been trying to look at my abs recently. They're so bad. Fat. They're like barely there. There's like the top 4 like etched in shadow, and then just this roll.
Well, the bottoms are the worst.
Within 4 weeks, I think I'll have decent looking abs. We'll see.
Do you know your body fat percentage?
No. I think we should go for 110. What do you think?
Yep.
I think at some point when you come in and you're just taking the heaviest weights and just doing them real easy, which we're not, that's when you're like, I need to go to a bigger gym.
Yeah. One in a garage that doesn't have heat or AC.
Yeah, like a Ronnie Coleman type thing. There's a couple other like retros in this area. There's one that's huge that has like a lot of weight. We may have to start to go there.
It's a good problem.
Good problem to have.
Yeah.
Now, this to me, psychologically, it's only 10 pounds difference, but I'm more worked up about it.
Well, you were already 100 was heavy, so.
Yeah.
You have to save a child.
110-pound child?
No, it's stuck under the 110-pound thing. So
It's a stupid thing to even think about. What type of sicko are you?
Okay, a dog.
Still weird.
You have to save a puppy. 8 times.
People are starting to wear masks again.
I just thought they were trying to be courteous of our filming.
Huh?
I thought they were being courteous of us filming.
The mask?
Wearing masks.
That's a good idea.
Makes it much easier. Come on, 110, you can do it. Oh, he's doing over the top.
I try to take my hat and I turn it around, and it's like a switch.
So you want at least 8.
Huh?
You did 8 total.
I did 3 with that, 8 with that.
Yeah. Oh.
Feels good. Oh, that's heavy. It's not easy to curl 110 pounds. Those are 2 really good sets. Like a couple weeks ago, I wouldn't have even thought about hitting sets like that. Breakfast today, 10 egg whites, a little bit of cheese melted in. Right after this, 40-gram protein shake. Oh! They're getting pumped? I can't fucking tell you how good it feels to know where you're going. For years I haven't had that. I was just like, let's see where life takes me. I can get married, have a kid. And now it's like, oh, November 12th, I know exactly where I'm gonna be. And the journey, like when they say the journey's more important than the destination.
Well, you
feel
have
the
to enjoy the journey.
Yeah, but it's so joyous right now. We're making something. This would be so much harder if you were injured. That's why it's so important, even when we go heavy. Just keep form. Don't hurt yourself. It sucks. I had my appendix burst when I was in my 20s. I was saucing. I think it was on like Winstrol or something. And I was dating this girl. She was a stripper. She had 2 kids. She was already 21. And her kid was like bouncing on my knee. And then I'm like, oh, something hurts. And I didn't know what it was. I thought maybe food poisoning. I used to eat a lot of chicken. I didn't know how long to leave it out to defrost. So once I left it out way too long, I got salmonella. So I was like, maybe that's that. And then I lived at my parents' house. I'm sleeping in the basement. I'm like, oh, my mom had to take me to the emergency room. They're like, your appendix burst inside of you. You could have died. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. But after that, it's like you have to take a few weeks off or however long it is. It's like if you get injured, it's just not worth getting injured for what you think is going to be extra gains, because you could lose weeks, months.
Well, I even, obviously I don't train for bodybuilding, but like my whole thing is to do a little bit less more often, like consistently almost every day.
Yeah.
Because you're making more progress than, like you said, you blow it out one day. You got to miss a week or 2. That's a lot of time that you're actually end up, negative.
Yeah. There's this thing when I was getting ready for my first contest, and I hired a coach and everything. His name was Frank, and he was like telling me what juice to shoot, what diet to do, and literally I was on just like protein shakes with water and ice and egg whites. Like it was just pure protein. So then I got the salmonella and I was like, I'm sick and I couldn't train, like even if I wanted to. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna skip this contest. I'll do another one in a year. And it was just this mentality of like, nah, I'm fine. So I went out drinking for a couple nights. I was pigging out. And then I go, yeah, I'm done. And I was 6 weeks out. And I go, yeah, I can't do it now because I just had a couple cheat days. I was sick. I drank. And someone goes, wait, no, wait, just do it again. And I was like, okay. But that part of your mind doesn't want you to commit to a goal, doesn't want you, like, as humans, we find any excuse we can to get out of hard work. And all you have to do is work hard and you can get anything you want in life.
I can't believe you said that, Aaron.
Yeah. Excuses are too fucking easy. It's too easy to fucking make excuses. And then when you bust your ass and work hard, no one can take that from you, and you feel fucking amazing. Why are people lazy?
Because they're just stuck in that pattern, because they're unhappy, they're lazy, so then they don't have what they want or accomplish what they want, so then they're unhappy, so then they just stay lazy.
Stay in that cycle of shitty laziness.
No, this is like a socialist working out. You worked out, I filmed you 5 times and I got abs.
Yeah.
I'm filming you.
Really?
Yeah. It's a good workout.
By the way, these keep way more tension on the whole time than that. Because even though I'm not cheating, there's still moments where you're not getting full tension on those free weights. These cables let you do that.
And no matter what direction you pull in.
Yeah. There's a really cool thing when you go to a gym and you're getting ready for a contest and you look at the people that are in better shape than you, and you can kind of take a photograph of that and remember in a few months when you bypass them and you just go, oh, I used to think that guy looked fucking amazing.
Yeah. Most of us are just trying to look good enough to get our D-zest, Aaron, not win a contest.
I was thinking about this week. A lot of people look in shape. There's 2 ways to really tell what good shape someone's in.
Have a race.
Fight them with skates on. Abs, if someone lifts their shirt up and they're absolutely shredded, you're like, oh, that person knows what they're doing. And legs, which is the weirdest thing, because to show your legs, you have to drop your pants, and you have to have, and then you got to roll up your Calvins a little bit and do like that. But it's abs and legs. So if you want to know if
Yeah, you
someone's...
can fake arms and
You fake
chest and
arms,
stuff.
chest, shoulder, everything. You can be like kind of jacked, but it's like abs and legs. If you got those, you're like, oh, that guy's fucking in shape. If you don't, you're a hobbyist. I got a whole bunch of veins in my legs, which are awesome. I was looking the other day. They're still... Hamstrings suck. My ass is flat. Looks like someone fucking took a shovel. Looks like they treated it like Hilary Swank in that movie where she had a dong. Did you watch that Trans Matrix yet?
No.
You going to? I don't think it's really trans.
Is that what it's supposed to be?
What?
Is that what it's supposed to be?
No.
Oh, that's just what people said? Is that just what you
Everyone
say?
thinks it's woke because the creators, I think one of them's trans. We need... I gotta get a set of double cables, but they're busy.
I don't think you can call them trans. I think you have to call them gender indecisive. That's the new term.
Really?
No.
Let's go over to that machine. Follow me. Very similar to the cable one we just did, but it's gonna get more of a stretch on it. Oh, I got a new joke last night. I got a couple. But you know how I usually do that thing where people are blogging? Like, I was very offended at Vin Diesel's off-Broadway show.
Yeah.
I got a new one where if someone gets upset, they're like, why is Joe Rogan on stage yelling and he's not talking about ivermectin? Seemed like a good thing. I think I look more Rogan than Vin Diesel.
I think you're more Vin Diesel.
Come on. Because he's gay?
I don't know. I think your heads are shaped the same. I get Jason Statham and the Jets coach.
Really? Jason Statham with
not
AIDS?
with a beard, but
Who do you think is the coolest bald action hero? Statham's up there.
yeah, I would say
But he's
so.
kind of fallen off. Vin Diesel kind of fell off. The Rock is still up there.
Well, Vin Diesel's fat now.
Is he?
Yeah. Statham's at least still ripped.
I mean, The Rock is the guy
Yeah.
now.
Is he an action guy though, or
I'd
comedy
say,
guy?
well, Rock does everything now. I should have been a pro wrestler. If I could go back. Those guys, if you're not a star, you don't make good money, right? It's like you got to be like one of the best in the world.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like there's a whole bunch of wrestling around Jersey where these guys are like day jobbers,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, there's only the 1% that is making serious
Yeah. And that's only
the
like
Rock money
big
or
yeah.
yeah, they got to be into that league, you know. Figure a lot of guys don't have the size either to go and try to do whatever it's called now, WWE.
Look at this squeeze. This is a really fucking good workout. When the camera's not here, I'll fucking rush through arms and just get like a good pump and be like, oh, that feels good. But now it's just like taking your time, just fucking magical.
Yeah, we're gonna do a posing for you one time so that you can see I have a hole in this one bicep where I tore it.
Really?
Yeah, the back
Kyle
is
Rittenhouse
flat.
shot you for being a pedophile? He's going around doing like podcast tours, and he's actually like pretty funny. People are like, oh, he's got good comedic timing and stuff.
Who?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Heavier. I get so excited now because it's like 6 protein meals a day. You're always building back better. That's heavier. I got a delivery coming today.
You have what? Truckload of fish.
No. What are you doing for the holidays?
Going, everybody's coming over tomorrow and then going to my parents for some lasagna on Christmas.
That's nice.
Yeah, how about you?
We're doing lobster, shrimp bisque. We used to do with my wife's family the 7 fishes,
Yeah.
But now it's just the 3 of us, so we're like, we're not gonna eat 7 fishes.
Yeah.
Arriving
My
to-
mom is not Italian, but she knows my dad's mom's lasagna recipe, so she cooks the sauce with the meat in it and everything, and then
Yeah.
takes the meat out and has that as a side dish. And
What do you think, Clint?
I think you can go more.
The whole rack. 190. It's a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight, especially for just your arms. Can't wait till hopefully we're in a hotel gym somewhere and I get to work out with you.
Yeah,
Show you what's up.
sounds weird. I did a hotel gym workout in Dallas. They had like a leg press machine.
What kind of hotel?
A Marriott.
See, that has a good. You
Well,
gotta
it was
go to.
okay. Some hotel gyms are really good. This just had like a leg press, so I did like 20 sets of leg press and calves, and then stiff leg deadlifts. I don't know if I'm gonna be.
What was the other thing they had? Anything else?
They had like
Dumbbells?
a pull down machine. They had like a cable thing, but only one side of cable, so you couldn't do crossovers. Okay, I should be able to get a couple of these. This is heavy. Maybe one real one, 3 crappy ones. That's heavy. We're getting there. That was heavy. Dizzy. All right, let's go see if I can get some dumbbells. Still fat. Concentration girls. Schwarzenegger made him famous. Parts about when you do a show is you get to shave off all these meaningless old person hairs that start growing on your arms, your ears, everywhere. Phone's ringing. Okay, we gotta do, oh, this is gonna be good for a head-on shot, because what's gonna happen here? What's this?
I like it when that vein curls.
When you do this, you fucking feel better than other people, and you should feel better than other people, because they're fucking slobs. They can't fucking control their lives, and you're controlling your life. Don't be a fucking slob. Do something you're proud of. Like, starting to get some muscle, barely. Just look like a guy that started working out and is like fat. That's the beauty of like body dysmorphia, is even once you start to look good, you're like, I look like shit. That's why bodybuilders start to look so fucking amazing. Arms are chunky. Hey, God, it feels good. I want to fucking punch the mirror. Fuck. It's so fucking good.
When you're in the gym, you feel like you're coming all the time. I'm on the Schwarzenegger. I love coming. I come so much, I have to fuck my housekeeper. I just love coming. I fucking come everywhere. I'm on the Schwarzenegger guy. Get to the chopper. I have to fight Hulk Hogan. I'm a wrestler.
We're almost done. I hope. It's really hard to get in on those double cables today. It's a busy double cable day. But it's such a good finish. Look at that. Look at it. Come on, I got a peak there, right? Look at that. We got a bicep. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We can skip that. No, I didn't do them last week, though. God, there's so many things you can do. You don't want to fucking overtrain.
Preacher curls.
These are just like straight up fucking mass freakazoids.
You get super isolation on the preacher curl bench because you can't move swing at all.
Yeah. Look what it does. Like, my arms are looking beefy.
Yeah.
It's a good fucking way to make your arms look bigger is when you just hang them on a preacher curl bench.
You see they have those lap ones?
No.
It's like a thing it's like that. It's just like probably a wedge. You could take it with you and then do comedy. You could just sit it on your lap.
Really?
And just perch your biceps on there.
Oh, wide grip.
There he goes, he's coming. I'm disturbed now because I just know I have all this footage of you coming.
Gay. That feels so good. And now, you train like this hard, you can't just go eat shit.
No, you feel bad.
You just throw it away. Every week, I think we're going to start to see a difference. We start doing topless pics. Starting OnlyFans.
There you go. The OnlyFans is called Jacking It.
Huh?
The OnlyFans is called Jacking It.
Oh, by the way, good thing there's clamps on here, because if not, those would have slid off to the side. I'm gonna have to get my flexibility back before I can pose, because one of the poses you have to do is like this, and I can barely reach that. Fucking awesome workout. Eat. Fucking eat. I'm getting some muscle back, huh? That's a wrap. Let's go home. Different homes.